Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by BB. There is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about markets. I'm Tommy. You guys also know me as Snorlax. I'm joined by Max and Tucker. Welcome, you guys. I think we're going to try to get Louie on here for you as well. But quite the week, guys. Quite the week. It's so over. We're so back. I feel like I get to make that joke kind of about the duality of markets kind of every other week at this point. But I mean, I feel like this week is very encapsulating of kind of maybe the last year of price action, right? I mean, on Monday, we felt like, hey, it's so over. And now, we're so back. I think we're probably trading near weekly highs on pretty much most coins. Bitcoin tagged 104,000 US dollars today. So yeah, we had a quite the aggressive move up after the initial dump that we had to start the week. But hey, that just shows that's why we do these things, right? Sometimes it helps to be able to zoom out, but we are here for you guys every single day, giving our thoughts on the market and obviously where we think that things are going next. But before we can discuss the latter half of that statement, right? Where are things going next? Where are things going over the next week, 2 weeks, and then of course throughout the entirety of Q1 and Q2? You guys are going to need to smash that like button for us, because even though price has been up and down this week, we are here rain or shine. We always appreciate when you guys give us a like, appreciate the work that we do, and of course we're going to keep cooking for you nonetheless. But to get into the charts with a little bit more detail, right? Bitcoin did almost tag 104K. We have the inauguration coming up in 3 days. Wow, I mean, that's kind of hard to believe when I say it out loud, but surely we're going to get some volatility around that date. Maybe it comes after, maybe it comes before, maybe it leads to a pullback of today's move, maybe it just leads to a rocket ship higher, right? But I think it's important to remember, because there will probably be a lot of noise here over the next week, what it looks like over a high time frame, or really over the course of Q1 and Q2, right? Bitcoin maintains a high time frame uptrend. The buyback off of, and I want to highlight this point specifically, the buybacks that we've had off the range lows have been very impressive. It doesn't mean that we won't retest some of these demand levels once again here over the next week, but I mean, that's one hell of a buyback on Bitcoin from a range low that, quite frankly, it needed to hold. And at the same time, you have things like ETH, Sol, Pepe, these large cap altcoins that have been very indicative of risk in the market, seemingly forming double bottoms in the process as well. So we head into a seasonally favorable period with Bitcoin threatening price discovery once again, with altcoins showing that they are still willing to get up off the mat. And we have a president who is going to be populist, and he probably will, at least in the first 100 days, want to be passing policy that will likely be stimulative. Because he has a full mandate from the people and will probably need some help from Congress to be able to do that. But I won't get too deep into that, obviously. But I do think that this is the period for crypto to be running. I'm a little bit less certain on equities, and maybe we talk about that today. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just kind of tuck that away for now. But with crypto, I do think that this is the moment. Q1 and Q2, it has to be the moment that we see upside on these assets, on meme coins, on major altcoins like ETH and Sol that have been a little bit cupped thus far. Talking about ETH specifically, right? Not as much Sol, but some of these things do look like on a higher time frame, it's finally time. But I'd love to know what you guys are thinking about the markets. Obviously, we are 3 days away from the inauguration. I can't believe that. I feel like we just had the election like last week or 2 weeks ago, but time flies. So does the market. How are we doing, guys? And what are we seeing in the markets?
Wait, Tommy, what's the line you've been saying a bunch? A populist president with a full mandate from the people.
Yes.
That's been your line?
Populist president with a full mandate from the public.
Bang. Yeah, it is what it is, man. You heard it here. But actually, I feel like maybe I should just take a back seat, because we have someone painting something beautiful in front of us, and I don't want to disturb the artist as he's working. So Tucker, are you just drawing random trading view lines, or are you potentially suggesting something? And
Yeah,
if
Mac.
so, what are you suggesting?
I mean, here's the thing: is that trading view line. I mean, it's pretty basic, right? Trading view line make bounce. Trading view line make bounce. So
Or trading view line Cheeto and Door.
yeah, it could be Cheeto and Door too, but yeah, no, I just was looking at this one, and then you and I were both looking at this little sweep that we did back here that was pretty similar. And I will point out this was the election, and the inauguration is here. So I mean,
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's going to be the exact same type of price action, but
I actually think
somewhat.
I don't think it will be the exact same type of price action. I think it will be more
Yeah,
bullish.
you think it'll be
So
more bullish than
I think it'll be
this?
more bullish. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I mean, that would be lovely. That
You
would
know,
be
the
lovely.
issue I have with that is that we actually pulled back, and we had a little correction. I think no dips. So
Mm.
I think we're going to see more green candles in a row than we've ever seen before in the history of Ethereum. So
We need to. We need to. I'll tell you that. We need to, because I mean, look at we have to look at Bitcoin and Sol. Like Bitcoin is well above that high. We go back to ETH. It's just sad, but structure does look similar to back here. So
it's just sad.
it is. It is just sad.
Look at this.
Like,
Tommy
look
is
at
laughing. Yeah, Tommy is laughing. There's a little bit in Tommy that
it.
even if he's positioned to the long side, he's still it's like a knee-jerk reaction when someone like says something bad about ETH, like a little part of him gets warm and fuzzy inside,
It's true. I can't deny it.
Yeah. But it's fair. Like he is who he is. We love him,
Mhm.
He'll make
Can't
money
help it.
whether up or down. But we all have something that we just hate in this market. And that's okay. That's totally fine. Look at that. Cheeto. I will say we came in for a lot of high time frame retests here that I think look pretty good. Like Sol actually held like right where it needed to. And if you zoom out a little more, Tucker, maybe drew a little diagonal line across all those highs. I mean, that was pretty textbook, right? Little double bottom, fake breakdown right at a retest. You did what you needed to do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no, Sol looks great here. Just above this high, shift market structure, probably go up here. I guess all-time highs is what that would be, huh? Because we barely made all-time highs back here just by a little bit. So, I mean, yeah, that looks fantastic. Also, we were talking about this yesterday, but I mean, the Sol ETH chart looks pretty
Ooh,
good too.
Let
let's
me
flip a reversal on that one.
let me just address this real quick. Brother, none of us care about ETH at all. None of us hold a lot of ETH at all. It only has to do with like Pepe, Andy, Wolf, like the beta. Like we don't care about ETH, bro. Like after the cycle, ETH could go to fucking zero for all I care, man. It's literally just like I need Pepe to pump, and I recognize the significance of what even a 2x out of ETH would do for Pepe. I don't care about ETH, bro. Like send this frog to, send the frog to 500 billion, just ETH needs to just get out of the way. You know what I mean? Like ETH needs to get out of the way, and I think it will. But we don't care about ETH, man. We're not like heavy spot ETH. We're heavy spot ETH beta, and we just need just a little something. Like just anything out of ETH would be so good for Pepe, right? That's it. That's it. I don't care about the tech. I don't care about ETH. I don't care about it. The only thing I'm actually kind of bullish on for ETH is ETH DeFi is pretty damn good. But besides that, man, like just we need the on-chain wealth effect, right? So just to be super clear, none of us care about ETH except for what it means for our on-chain bags. Unless Tommy actually cares about ETH, but I don't think he does.
No, I don't. I'm more looking forward to shorting ETH than any long I could catch on it in the next like 6 months. But I'm a frog enthusiast until further notice. With that said,
Feeling hoppish.
The
Very
frog
nice.
looks good, man. The frog looks good.
What's that saying, Tommy? Something about kissing a frog? I don't something.
Yeah, princess kisses a frog and it turns him into a prince.
So there you go. There's your alpha of the day, guys. Time to kiss the frog.
I mean, what do you guys think about Pepe here locally? Do you think it can just kind of not front run ETH, but get moving a little bit before ETH potentially?
Yes. And the reason is if you were to put Bitcoin on the bottom of the chart, you would see
Mhm.
that Pepe actually responds more to bullish Bitcoin conditions than it does ETH. We've seen that in the past. So I think ultimately you do need an ETH bid for that on-chain wealth effect because Pepe is unfortunately on ETH for now. I'm not suggesting it won't be on ETH. I'm suggesting it's a bummer that it's on ETH for now because ETH has been cucked. But if you zoom out, wait, am I frozen here?
Mm-mm.
Did I freeze or was that you guys?
No,
Someone
you're
froze.
good.
All right. Anyways, yeah, I think we're good. If you look at when Pepe started moving, you can see that it actually responded more so to Bitcoin pumps than ETH. ETH was moving, of course, because Bitcoin pumps, then ETH pumps, and then of course Pepe pumps. But Pepe has actually been leading. It's actually been out in front of ETH quite a bit. And I think the best way to look at it would probably even be like look at the Pepe ETH pair and then Pepe USD above. And you would see that like, when Bitcoin starts moving, Pepe ETH starts cooking pretty quick.
How do I put this on the
So just
bottom?
click return. Just click return. And then you'll have to just select new pane once you're up there. Yeah, move to new pane below.
I can see a scenario where ETH keeps, like chopping. I'm using that term loosely. It's just kind of hanging around the bottom for maybe like another week or so. But Pepe is consistently making higher lows because I think the overall trend of Pepe just looks so much better. And that Pepe ETH chart, man, oh man.
All right, Tucker, actually put Bitcoin up top. That'll paint the picture. So just
Yeah,
put
I was
Bitcoin up top.
thinking
Sorry, I didn't mean to divert there, Tommy. I just wanted to so you can see like how Pepe ETH responds when Bitcoin starts moving, right? Like that's so to answer your question point blank, yes, I do think that we have reason to believe that Pepe could start moving before we see ETH break out. But yeah, I mean, look, either way, like just Bitcoin's the rising tide. Send this thing to 110 with haste. Do you guys think that it's a bad thing if we start ripping into the inauguration, or it's just kind of it just doesn't matter at this point?
Maybe you get like a sell the news event at the inauguration if you're ripping into it, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it makes more sense if we dump into the inauguration and then pump out of it at this point. But it depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just like aggressively ripping into price discovery. One, it's hard to be bearish on that alone. But also, at the same time, if Bitcoin is ripping, maybe it does give some sort of pullback. But because that's just kind of how Bitcoin trades now. It's like less parabolic green candles. It's more these like reverting trends in both directions. I don't know. That would just be my guess. I would prefer that we dump into the inauguration and then pump out of it, though.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. It would make sense. I mean, we kind of moved into November 6th a bit. Like we were grinding higher, and I would say that's what we're doing now. Is we're not ripping yet. Like locally, we're ripping, but it's not like we're at 115 like chatting. You know what I mean? We were just kind of like grinding up into it, looking like ready for a breakout. So I mean, I think we could even just fractal that over it, and maybe we'll do something similar. I don't know. Optimistic. I just can't be bearish on Trump actually taking office, man. Like and there's been talk about him, prioritizing crypto legislation like day one or week one of his new presidency. So, I think when he takes office, any verbiage about crypto at all is just overwhelmingly bullish. Just he lets Ross out of jail. He pardons Ross. We pump. Any language, any headlines about like the new SEC chairman, like bullish, like anything, like we're just gonna rip, So I don't know. I mean, locally, yeah, I could see it. I could see things kind of getting frothy into it, and we see like an OI rinse, but over the quarter, man, I can't be bullish on Trump's first quarter. I can't.
Can't
Can
be
never-
bearish.
Can't be bearish.
Or sorry. Yeah, sorry. Of
Had to
course.
make sure nobody could clip you.
They'll still try. It's okay. They know what I mean.
I always say I think the headline risk, or rather the way that like the market moves, or the sensitivity towards headline risk, is always indicative of the broader trend, right? And I think you just highlighted it very well, Max. When Trump gets into office, there are going to be how many different headlines can a random simulator possibly concoct that would be bullish for crypto, given the context of what we've kind of been given over the last few weeks, and how much Trump is clearly going to look to push crypto. Maybe it's not Trump, maybe it's just his administration. It doesn't matter. What does matter is what's communicated to the public, and any sort of positive headline, I think, will lift this market higher. I've been saying I kind of feel like the sentiment that we're seeing, and also, to a lesser extent, the price and structure, but more so the sentiment. It reminds me so much of September 2021. We had just come out of this huge wipe on altcoins. Like, they had just gotten bludgeoned for a month straight. A lot of really smart people, acknowledge the macro, or really think, the cycle's over. We've got our biggest catalyst out of the way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's almost like the same people have discounted the amount of which that you can price in something like this. And I remember in September 2021, many people will remember as well, the catalyst that we got shortly after that was Barry Silbert, big week. The Bitcoin futures ETF pumped a whole another like 50 or 60% on Bitcoin. So I think you're seeing a similar dynamic where people are assuming, because price hasn't moved in 2 months, because we front ran Trump getting inaugurated, that we've also somehow priced in all the bullishness that can occur in this presidency. And I think that's multifaceted. We won't be able to price in the entire Trump administration in 3 months, but at the same time, there's no way that we could price in all the positive tailwinds that we're going to be seeing here in the near term. And while we can't price them in over the long term in such a short period of time, so obviously people will, in a few months, once again, as they always do, get out in front of their skis. In the short term, I think people are seriously discounting, the fact that this is absolutely not priced in, if for nothing else than headline risk. No action has to actually happen, but all the talk that they're going to be giving about, that's crypto friendly, positive for Bitcoin, ETH, and I guess XRP and Sol as well. I don't think that you can possibly price those things in yet.
No.
Really well said, Tommy. One thing I just wanted to add into that mix is, do you remember from his first term, whenever the stock market would make a new all-time high, he would tweet about it and brag? Can you imagine if he starts doing that for Bitcoin? And he might, he did it for stocks last cycle. Wow, Bitcoin new all-time high today. We're the crypto capital of the world. That shit, like, no one's ready for that kind of fuel. And nobody remembers that. No one's talking about all the stock market tweets. S&P new all-time high today. Economy never stronger, than under Trump. That kind of shit. He's just going to be adding gasoline to this inferno. I'm ready for it, man. I'm all about it.
The headline risk is so clearly to the upside with Trump, because like exactly what you said, Max. He's bullish equities and crypto and all these things, and nobody knows what he's going to say at any given time, right? So yeah, headline risk is definitely to the upside here, but
I can't really think of like there's a headline risk to the downside. What would it even be? I guess like the $6.5 billion in US government Bitcoin, but that's a headline risk for 3 more days. And there's no way they can offload $6.5 billion worth of corn.
And if they did, Saylor's going to step in and bid it right back up. We know that. That's the thing, is that that's not even that much Bitcoin. Like that, it's really not that. Like, how much daily volume do we have on Bitcoin, cumulatively by exchange? We could absorb that. It's not like we're sitting on like 1% of the Bitcoin supply that's about to be market dumped. That would be absorbed pretty easily by the market over a 24-hour period, even 3 days if they started twapping it right now. I don't think it's a problem at all. I really don't.
I don't think it's going to be a problem anymore, because I think if they were going to dump it, they would have had to do it already. I don't think they're just going to dump it. Well, they can't really dump it. The New York Stock Exchange is going to be closed. It's not going to be liquid enough. If they dump it on a weekend, though, that would just be the biggest dickhead move ever. I don't think they're going to do that, for the record, but I'm just playing devil's advocate to my bias. I think going back to the positive headline risk, there are infinitely more positive headlines that could come up, that could come up here over the next few weeks than there are negative. At least for crypto.
I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I completely agree. So this fractal plays out. I don't see how Pepe ETH doesn't break out. I mean, it's already arguably breaking out right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bitcoin dominance looks like maybe it wants one more stab locally, maybe. But
yeah,
I think we're getting ready, man. Tether dominance looks cooked. Tether dominance looks absolutely cooked.
Dude, give Bitcoin dominance the last, let it stab higher, honestly.
It'd be bullish.
Fine with me.
Bitcoin leading the market.
59, man.
Yeah. Like Bitcoin goes to 120 and Bitcoin dominance dead cat bounces to 59 or 60. That's so bullish, right? That is so bullish for altcoins.
Let's see Bitcoin.
There it is. That's it right there, actually.
Yeah, that thing looks
right. Jack is like 39% on Bitcoin dominance. He said that this morning.
Like that's a end of cycle thing, right?
I don't know. Define when's the end of the cycle.
I mean, look, anytime Bitcoin dominance gets down here, it's time to leave the market, basically, right? May of 21, September of 21, I guess we went a little bit higher for a second, but like anytime this thing gets down here.
Show me your object tree, Tommy.
I actually don't have anything for Bitcoin dominance that I've been looking at, but I am expecting it to go to 50. I will continue to maintain. Actually, I do have something in my object tree, but I'm not gonna share it. I do think we probably stop at 50%, because I view 40% a little bit as an anomaly last cycle. At least if we do, I don't know. This is such a tough discussion to have, right? Because you're either super bullish on Bitcoin siphoning up so much in liquidity, becoming the next gold, or you're super bullish on crypto, making that or gaining that much more in market capitalization relative to Bitcoin, because the space, the industry is growing. So I don't know. I think it just depends. But I think as far as Q1 and Q2 go, I'm only looking for 50%.
That's fine. We just got a monster super chat here from our man Franco. Thank you so much, Franco. That's super kind of you. Can you guys draw me out some bearish scenarios, like possible Wyckoff distribution or something on Bitcoin dominance, or are you talking like Bitcoin? We'll need. What did you want to see that on, Franco?
He's talking about Bitcoin. I know he said something earlier. Hang on.
It's pretty difficult for me to come up with a bearish schematic for Bitcoin here, but I'm going to keep going back to there's not really any reason to be bearish on it unless you're losing the range lows.
I think he said, what did you say earlier, Franco? I think he said something about Wyckoff. Is this, I don't know. Is this a thing? I have no idea. I mean, that's your bearish scenario, right? Like, you do one of these and you do one of those, but I think you already did it, I think that kind of counts. So let's see. Not a valid range. Yeah. Depends how you want to draw this thing. I don't really know where you draw the range high necessarily, but I mean, I'd say that's a breakout. That looks like a breakout to me.
I'd say you probably want to see this hold above 95, 96K. It could keep chopping for sure. I think the uptrend in general will look a little bit choppy on majors, but I think that as long as you're above 95, 96K, for one, you look good. And really, as long as you're holding the lows from, was it this week? Holy cow. I think you're fine. Because I think the range low for Bitcoin is going to be confluent with obviously support for Pepe, Sol, ETH, and we know they need to hold their double bottoms.
Yeah. ETH definitely. Yeah. Kind of equal lows there on ETH, low key. Well, Sol.
Damn, I got rugged. Sorry, guys.
Were you gone?
Yeah, Wi-Fi just crapped the bed on me.
He's having some technical difficulties.
It's crazy, man. They don't want to see me win, man. It's crazy.
We were just drawing out some bearish Wyckoff scenarios on Bitcoin Max. If you
Why
missed
were we
that.
doing that again?
That's what Franco asked for, bro. So we obliged.
What did you show him?
I mean, nothing really. I mean, I just said, if this is like a,
The UTAD boys are back.
I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what that
It
schematic
doesn't look
would
like a
like.
distribution to me, bro.
You just get rid of all that.
That does not look like distribution. I agree.
That looks like a reaccumulation that's about to launch, but dude, someone asked, what does this even mean? Oh, are you memeing Wyckoff?
That's what he means. That's what
Okay. All right. That was a funny comment.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, this is super bullish, man. Like, look at Bitcoin. We're looking cozy. Tucker, do you have my my indicator, the buy and sell one that I made?
Yes, I do.
Put that on here on the 6 hour. I want to show you something.
Let's see. The buy and sell max.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, let me get rid
And go to the 6 hour. Tell me what you see.
Ooh, just peaking above.
For the first times, when did it flip bearish?
At the top.
And when was the last time it flipped bullish besides now?
Did we lose him?
No,
Oh,
I'm right
wait.
here.
It might be me.
Hello?
No.
I think we lost me, not you guys.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. When was the last time that it flipped bullish besides right now? You scroll back and find it.
Oh, you mean way back?
Well, not that far back. Just when was the last time it went from bearish to bullish? Oh, okay. So it got bullish September 18th, bearish December 16th, and then bullish again today.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it took a little bit of time to chop through here, but yeah, basically, again, you want you've talked about this. You want both of these ripping.
Yeah, increasing volume with more buy than sell volume.
Yeah, like you need this space in here. Obviously, you want the green well above. Let me just color it in for you. Well above the red, but you want them both. You need this. So, and did it front run price a little bit? Kind of. I mean, you just kind of did this until the election. Yeah.
Things sniped the top too. You could put the oscillator on and do the colored candles too. That's kind of a nice look. Click on it again, and then do histogram. So the top 2 buttons right there. Click both of those, and then it'll change the candle colors too.
Oh yeah.
You got to change your wicks though. Your wicks kind of make it look weird, but it's okay.
Yeah. Wait. Why do they make it look weird? Oh.
Double click on your wicks and change your borders and wicks to like gray.
What if I just do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
That's actually kind of nice.
I mean, don't fade this. If you understand this, if you understand the shadowy supercoder arc that I'm on right now.
Yeah. Look at that.
Study it. What the heck? Where'd you both go?
Just had a big old sneeze. Didn't want to sneeze into the mic.
Okay, I was like, you both just disappeared on me.
I had to put a jacket on. I was cold.
Wow, that timing. That timing is impeccable. Oh man. Yeah, I mean that's the last time. And I like kind of looking at the histogram. I mean, you know, if I
It's
were
not just about it being green, but it's about like going from a regime where you have like, you're slowly oscillating up to like volume is now increasing and it's turning bullish rather than volume's decreasing and it's heading bearish, right? So,
yeah, and obviously contextually it's different, but like, we had this and I kind of want to see that to where it's even like, how we had this, but
yeah.
because like here's where you don't want to be, here's where you don't want to be.
And by the way, this indicator is getting added to BB terminal very, very soon. I've made like 5 unbelievable indicators, guys. I'm not even glazing myself here, man. Like I am full blown on my shadowy supercoder arc right now. And I am not to be faded on my indicators, man. Because like I have no business coding, but AI and I have a good relationship with how to code. But I have really I understand what makes something like what are bullish conditions and bearish conditions. And I really understand like the technical side of things. So you give a guy like me the ability to code without having to learn how to code, you get some deadly indicators, man. You get some deadly indicators. So I'm just saying they're cozy, man. They're really cozy. I made one too that shows like this, but it shows like buy and sell volume in an oscillator format, just like this, by all the top exchanges. So you can see like which exchange is bidding, which exchange is offside, selling. Like it's nice, man. It's really nice. But anyways, yeah, we're bullish. I bet the Coinbase premium is up today too, Tucker. Just a gut instinct.
Oh,
I'd pull that on here now.
Yeah, there's an indicator called Coinbase premium someone made.
Yeah, the boomers are bidding, which shouldn't be a surprise given the S&P's up 1% today.
Which one? Is
I think it would be the one by Trader View 2 if it's on there. Yeah. Patriots are on the buttons.
Indeed. Look at that. Yeah, see that I like more actually. Like this movement up, right? Rather than
That means
rather
the
than the other
Patriots
one.
are regaining control. So
Yeah.
that's great.
We just need to see some of that.
So regaining control.
That's that fractal we literally just put on too. Wow.
Dude, Pepe ETH looks so good.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Frog's about to jump.
Pretty stupid.
What's that, Tommy?
I think Pepe is going to do something pretty stupid this quarter.
Really? Like what, Tommy? You mean you said it, so
I think it can flip, honestly. Like, I almost hesitate to say this. I really think Pepe could flip like one of the major coins. Probably not
Really?
like a full ETH or Bitcoin, but probably like a BNB, maybe.
What?
I could see
Hang
it
on,
flipping.
no, hang on,
It'll
hang
get
on.
close. I don't know if it'll quite flip it, but it'll get really close.
Hang on now. The market cap of BNB is over 100 billion. I think it's like 105, give or take.
Yes.
It might be a little different today. So just because we're talking over the internet, the Wi-Fi is kind of laggy. I want to make sure I'm not mishearing you. You think it's possible that Pepe could give BNB a run for its money in terms of market cap? Did I hear that correctly?
I do. Yeah. It's not like a super high conviction take, but I think it's going to get very close to being top 5 by market cap. And I think that's probably the top for memes whenever it does occur. If we get near like 5, 6, 7 overall in total market cap, that's probably, if you haven't sold Pepe yet, that's probably where you should be selling.
So, I mean, that doesn't even really, I don't even need to ask this, but the implication is we flip Doge, right? I mean, let me show you a chart, actually, if you wouldn't mind joining me on this journey. So I made all these fancy schmancy pairs just for a scenario like that, Tommy. And something that I did was the following. If I could find it. Here we go. So something that we saw last cycle, and I've shown you this chart before, is look at when SHIB flipped Doge last cycle. Do you see the date on this? It was October 25th. Last cycle, when SHIB flipped Doge, it was the last week of October. Now, let's do this. Look at the top for Bitcoin last cycle. Interesting, right? Now, I've taken the same concept and I've also made a Doge Pepe chart. And at this level, Pepe would flip Doge. And I think if you see a scenario like this, where you see Pepe flip Doge, you know, what this is really showing right now is Doge market cap minus Pepe. Okay. So right now it's at 52 billion. So you would need Pepe to add on right now. If Doge moved sideways, you would need Pepe to add on 53 billion to its market cap in order for it to flip Doge. You would need to see this, right? I mean, you would need to see something absolutely spectacular. Now, I think it's possible, right? Like if we're talking about a scenario in which like Pepe is the king meme of this cycle, why would Doge even come close to outperforming it? Can it flip it? I think if it did, you get the hell out of the market. Honestly, I think if you saw this, you get out of the market. Everything. Goodbye. But just wanted to show you that. Like I've got the chart for it. I do. I've got the chart for it. And this was, you know, this was last cycle. Right? So the question is, this one last cycle topped at, you know, 100 billion, and then you saw SHIB flip Doge. Maybe we do something like this again. I don't know. I'll go back to Tucker.
That would be wild. That would be absolutely wild, Max. I mean, Tommy, are you accounting for BNB going up also?
Yes,
because BNB looks unbelievable.
I kind of like BNB into like 2000, probably.
Okay,
and I know what that implies for Pepe. I don't know if we're quite going to get that high on Pepe, but I do think that there will be rhetoric that Pepe can challenge some of these larger cap assets in crypto right now that are very entrenched in the top 5. And I think when you start to see that rhetoric, you're very, very close to the top.
Hang on, let's just real quick, you know, nail down some of these.
So 3x on BNB. That's possible.
I know, but do you understand?
I understand.
Max. 178.
Maybe BNB doesn't go quite that high. But
300
I think it
bill
will.
on
I actually think
BNB.
that's pretty conservative, Tommy, if I'm being honest.
I think
Okay.
Pepe is gonna. I mean, like right now, our expectations for what a meme coin can achieve is very much tethered to, or benchmarked rather, to Doge, which topped around what 90 billion USD. We've had 4 or 5 years of time since then, so I think the idea of a meme coin going that high would probably feel a lot different, a lot less taboo. Not just for crypto natives, but probably for for the broader populace as well. And yeah, I had something else that I wanted to say, but I forgot. But yeah, I think Pepe is gonna like. How many digits would that be? How many digits is like 100 billion? Is that 12?
10 is a billion, right?
It's 12. Yeah, it's 12. I
So
think
12.
12 digits for Pepe market cap is absolutely doable. It's just a question of like when we get into the mania that takes us there, do we get another extension above that level? I think yes, personally. I just don't know where that ultimately takes
That one's
Pepe.
gonna be. I feel like that one's gonna. A lot of people are gonna miss that one because they'll assume that the top is in, and like that fine. Because Doge kind of did it too. Like the final 10x on Doge was. I mean, people were celebrating when Doge hit like 5 cents. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. And then it almost went to $1 last cycle. So I'll probably miss most of it. I'll be honest. If it really goes that high. But I don't know if I'll really care too much.
Yeah. It's a hot take of a price target, but I think it's, we've talked about this before. Everybody's kind of like settled into the consensus that Pepe is going to top out at 100 or 50 to 100 billion, somewhere in that vicinity. So we either way undershoot it or we way overshoot it. And I think we're going to do the latter, given where I think majors are headed this quarter.
Wow. Tommy, you're about to change my life, bro.
Hey, it changed mine too, so
let's ride.
Man,
they all told me I was crazy. They called me a lunatic. Who's laughing now? Our little investor. Tell us about your frog coin. I will tell you about my frog coin. Bucko McBuckarino.
Does this look like ETH right now too? Low key.
A little bit.
Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do this weekend, but I think the Trump thing is a buy the news regardless on Monday, man. They're probably gonna, mess around on Sunday and we'll probably get some volatility, but yeah, I think Monday buy the news 100%.
Yeah. I think it makes sense to wipe the people who got long into the inauguration and are positioned for that long that headline risk, but I don't think it'll last very long. And I just can't get bearish when you have Bitcoin above the range lows with the buyback that it had this week, and ETH, Sol, Pepe. I'm going to keep using those three as my example. Those three all forming double bottoms. As long as that's the context, to me, it's only a matter of time before we go higher.
I'm so excited for the headlines, Tommy, because you're right. Like when the headlines add fuel to the bullish technical structure, I mean, there's not much to say, man. Things can get pretty out of hand pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I mean, we haven't seen many. Have we had like a 10K daily candle yet on Bitcoin? Because I think that's in our future. I really do.
We went from
got
80
real
to
close.
88.
I think we're going to start to see, like during peak bull, I think we'll see a couple back to back, like 8 to 12K daily candles on Bitcoin. I do. I really do.
Yeah, this was the biggest one. We went from 80 to 88. We did an 8K candle, but no 10s yet. We might have almost had, no, never mind. I was going to say we might have almost had one to the downside, but yeah, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
There is no wick on the bottom of that either.
They'll probably revisit that.
Tommy.
95, 96, 97, that area, I'd be fine with us trading back.
95 is all the way down here, bro.
Well, yeah, altcoins would probably hate that, but
yeah,
we don't have to.
Is my name altcoin? Because I would hate that, Tommy.
Yes.
I think you
probably
just
more
want
like
a long
97, 98, but
you
I
just
think
want a
you-
long
you-
on purpose. He wants the long. He wants.
I
the,
think you
no.
gotta hold this, man. That's fine. That's fine. 99, 98, that's fine, but I wouldn't really want to go back to range lows, man. That would.
We
yeah,
can't, bro.
that
I'd
would
be
really
so
suck.
upset. I'd be so mad. Dude, this is such a bullish buyback off that liquidation. Like, that is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think lower was if it was going to happen, it should have been off of that little block that you have there, Tucker. Like, we should have kind of rolled over there. Now I feel like we're a little past it, but
You should have just set your lower high here and just. But we didn't. I would not want to see this, like, what am I, 12-hour turn into
just enough
huge
to send
wick.
things like I could see things like ETH going back to the lows that we had. I know that wouldn't be super fun, but you know, just kind of chop around there a little bit, Bitcoin high or low, and then everything kind of continues together. Higher.
Back to where?
Best I can do is up only.
ETH probably back to like 3,100.
Oh,
It would be painful, yeah, but
brother.
what, you mean like this weekend?
we saw something way more painful to start this week.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Oh man.
No, we're
I
good,
mean,
bro.
that
We're
was-
breaking out of here.
Because this is kind of what Bitcoin did, right? It's like normie trend line too. Look at this. Look at this. This little thing, right? Where it's like, it almost looks like a double top right here. And then you just blast, you know, which is pretty much what ETH is doing right now. But ETH just doesn't have the fuel. I don't know why, but
I can't pump.
this thing. If you look at Bitcoin,
That really is such a funny meme.
I know.
I can't pump.
This.
ETH, bro. Why is ETH such a piece of crap, man? Why?
Don't know.
The bottom
You see
must
what I'm
be it,
talking
man.
about,
It's
though.
becoming too much of a meme at this point. We must be close.
It's this. You guys see this, right?
Yeah.
Needs to resolve like that.
It'll probably nuke.
It'll
ETH
probably
Foundation, ETH
it'll
Foundation's
probably-
about to start selling right now.
3,100. Yeah. How is ETH BTC looking?
Horrible,
Probably
bro. I don't
the
even need to
best.
chart it. It's horrible.
Oh. God.
I can't pump.
What did Jackus want? He wanted here.
Like basically where we're at. Like just take out the wick more or less.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my old lines on ETH BTC. I deleted them, of course. Yeah, I'm about ready to we get a little bit of an exit pump on ETH BTC, but I think I'm ready to be done looking at this pair forever. I'm gonna be honest.
Do you think there's any chance that we get like a crazy ETH BTC hated rally at some point this cycle? Or are we just calling it quits?
How crazy are we talking?
Like one where you just can't look away because it's just meat. I mean, like last cycle, you know, see how it just went crazy, you know, that kind of thing.
I don't know if it'll be quite like that, but
Someone had a tweet this morning. I don't remember who it was, but it was like last cycle, everyone's target for ETH was 10K. This cycle, it's 6K.
that's true.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, that's a good point too. The ETH, this over this. Wait, hang on. That's not too much lower though, huh? What if we take out B adjust? No, we need B adjust, yes.
You love B adjust.
You have to adjust for the change of
All
the
right,
contract.
I can see you need B adjust. All right, you win. B adjust.
Look. In this moment, it helps. It fits your bias to B adjust. Okay.
Oh, well, why don't you just say that? If it fits my bias, then do it. B adjust.
Because look, when I turn it off, the low is all the way down here.
Oh, no. B adjust. B adjust.
Yeah,
Bottoms
yeah,
in. B adjust.
So a little bit lower.
Tommy?
Yeah, I think probably a little bit lower.
Be gentle with me, Tommy, please.
Where was Jack is calling for on Bitcoin USD? I'm just kind of curious.
On Bitcoin?
I think he wanted like 92 or 93 or something.
You want a 92.
That would be evil.
I think he's probably, I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I think he wasn't expecting us to make a new high quite yet, but I don't know for sure. We'll have to check in with him.
Remember, it was 102 or 92 yesterday. Was the title of the show.
So the 92K boys are in shambles then, and the 102K boys are also in shambles because they took profit too early at 102.
We're at 105.
Damn,
I
we
think,
lost 105. It's over.
I'm pretty sure by the time January is ending that we're going to be moving higher. It's just maybe some shenanigans around the obvious event that we have, coming. You won't hit the like button until I say something positive about ETH. It's a great teacher of patience. You get a backhanded compliment.
I don't think we're ever getting that, bro. We're never getting that man's like.
I think ETH is I like ETH to go higher this quarter. I really do. I don't think that we're going to hit the GCR target in the next 4 to 6 months after the way that we've kind of traded around this 4K level for the third or fourth time. But I do think that ETH will be trading a good bit higher than here come March 31st.
It's just so pathetic, man. That's the problem. It's such a pathetic asset. It's beaten me. ETH has officially beaten me. I wave my white flag.
Tommy, you don't think a breakout of 4K would just be enormous, though?
Oh, yeah, it will be.
You don't think it would just 2x in a couple months?
Not really.
Damn it, Tommy.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
No, I'll spare you guys the soapbox. You know how I feel about the baggage that ETH has. I think it's still baggage.
Justin.
Everything in DeFi, it's kind of a mess. But
His Excellency.
yeah, I'll spare you guys the soapbox. It's the reason that ETH can't pump. DeFi has to be, the leading. Like, why did people use ETH in the previous cycle? It's because of DeFi. Why are people using Sol right now? It's because the hottest narrative, for at least for a while, was meme coins. Now it's AI agents, but still, you're getting the best opportunity for the most part on Solana.
Here's the thing.
I think it's opportunity.
Here's a bull case for ETH. It might be cope. One, base is starting to heat up, which is cool. Bullish for ETH. Additionally, the best meme coin this cycle is going to be on ETH, Pepe. So that's bullish.
Yeah. So Pepe is the most bullish thing about the ETH chain. Is that what you're saying? Besides,
Yes,
base and Pepe are the most bullish thing about ETH.
100%. Because I feel like you have so much old ETH and old collateral on ETH that's kind of like tied up in dead DeFi on ETH mainnet. That's basically like what the essence of the baggage is. And maybe it never does get cleaned up, but I do think that's why you're seeing ETH underperform. And if you see DeFi make a move to the upside here over the next, 2 or 3 months, and my quant says that it will, I think that will be bullish for ETH.
All right. I'll accept that answer. That wasn't too bad, but it's just hard, man, watching it like ETH BTC. I mean, thank God I don't really own any ETH. It's just like beta. But it's genuinely the most pathetic looking chart I've ever seen. I've never seen a chart that looked like that. In all of my days of trading, I've never seen a chart that looks like ETH BTC. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable that the chart looks like this. I cannot believe that it looks like this. It is shocking. My jaw is on the floor.
It's just
someone
Bitcoin
needs to see
dominance,
jail
bro.
for what they did to this. Like, I don't know. I want a name. Like, whoever is responsible for this needs to go to jail. This is
Michael Saylor, bro. It's just Bitcoin dominance. Look.
No, but someone's actively suppressing ETH, bro. Somebody is shorting the piss out of ETH.
It's
Yeah.
me. I'm
It's
sorry.
me.
Jail, bucko.
I have
Straight to
100,000 ETH short, not notional, but unit size.
Oh my
Open that's been suppressing the price of ETH for 2 years.
And every time ETH pops up against Bitcoin, you just short that high.
Yes.
And add size.
And I've been winning too because you have been paying me to be short. No, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just the fact that it's been a stair step the whole way is probably the most interesting fact about this chart, right? Like, you would expect a little bit more fluctuation here and there before it would happen. Like, some fluctuation up or down, but it's literally just this perpetual steady grind. I really think it's people feeling like Bitcoin's probably a better storage of value, and at the same time, there are better sources to speculate on than ETH. So we're going to end up rehashing old conversations about ETH's supposed utility, but like, at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to people don't really have, like, this has been a very institutionally driven cycle. They know why they're bidding Bitcoin. I don't think they know why they should bid ETH.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Ultrasound money, though, bro.
And Gary Gensler is out of office, which should be favorable for DeFi, Ponzis, and crime.
Dude, this
Don't
thing's
forget
about to
the secret ingredient.
This thing's about to make a big move one way or the other right now.
Speaking of crime, how's your guys' Daniel crime Ponzi thing going? Is that still cooking or no?
Let me see. It went all the way up to like $22. Yeah, it's hanging out at $20. It went up to 24 and a half.
Do you have a chart, Tommy?
Yeah, look at Hey Anon. That's what you got to type to get it. On TradingView, that is.
I mean, do you have one pulled up?
I just pulled it up. It's literally just straight up in a straight line. It's the base one.
Try one word. Oh, yeah.
That?
Yeah, that's the one.
That is the crime chart right there. That also looks like it's doing what Tia did and is about to nuke.
Well, look at where's Spell that he did last cycle. I mean,
I don't know if we can get full price history for Spell with TradingView. That's probably something we need Deck Screener for.
Yeah, you can't. Well,
maybe you can
the
find
future of it just after more crime. So
sushi.
Maybe Spell Wheat could do it.
Is that? Yeah.
October yeah, they've 20. Got the Spell Wheat chart.
Yeah.
So Danny Ponzi's usually running threes. I was saying this to our Discord. I think it was probably 2 days ago. You had Popsicle Finance in the first that was the first one that he launched. Which, by the way, if you have been indulging in any of his new Ponzi's like Hey Anon, Popsicle Finance is the new We Are Gonna Make It protocol. So it's basically the same thing. They had a second token, which ended up being like it enabled a lot of creativity, we'll just say, on chain, right? Spell, you could mint MIM, you could do a lot of lending, et cetera, et cetera. I think Hey Anon will probably be functionally relatively similar. And then you had a third Ponzi, which was the Turbo Ponzi that was Time Wonderland. Some of you, I'm hopeful some of you guys in the comments remember how epic that Ponzi was. I mean, just the absolute best Ponzi that the last cycle created if you were in it, with like hundreds of millions of APY and compounding every 8 hours. I can't even describe how lucrative it was just as a yield farm, man. It wasn't even like, and the token went up 10 to 15x in addition to that. I've never seen anything like that still in crypto. But if it runs in threes again, we haven't seen the third Turbo Ponzi yet. I imagine it will probably be linked to Hey Anon and to We Are Gonna Make It token. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for that. Like, full disclosure, I've mostly exited the Hey Anon position. I'm sure I will regret that. But I think there will probably be a third Ponzi that will be the best of the three, because that's what happened last time.
Is it still, can you is FTM still FTM or is it S now?
I think it's both. Fully. I think it's both. But I don't think there's a Sonic
chart.
Maybe there is. Oh, wait, there is. Binance has it. The Perps contract, it looks like. I think that's FTM.
Yeah, 71 cents. Yeah.
For a while, there was another. I think there was like another Sonic that was listed on Bybit that wasn't the Sonic that we're talking about, and I think it traded at like the futures had a huge premium to price because people thought it was the other Sonic.
Yeah.
Ohm was the best Ponzi? No, brother. Time Wonderland was the best Ponzi. Ohm, I was also in Ohm. I was farming Ohm for like 5 or 6 months. That was one of my best trades last cycle. But Time Wonderland objectively was, if you were in Ohm, I think in like the spring of 2021, you probably had better returns. But for everybody else after that point, Wonderland, that was the one. Some of you might even remember Snowbank. I loved that one too. Thankfully, I didn't do Snow Dog, but it rugged on Thanksgiving, Snow Dog, for those who unfortunately did play that one. And Snowbank went down like 75% while I was eating Thanksgiving dinner with my mom.
Snowbank.
What are you thankful for, Tommy?
Getting rugged on Ponzi's, I guess. Builds character. What I remember about that Thanksgiving, though, is, this is totally anecdotally or an anecdote, but I ate so much food during that Thanksgiving that when I tried to go to work the next day when I was still waging, I literally couldn't move. I had to like sit in my truck the whole day because I thought I literally had like a stomach ulcer. I ate so much I thought I had a stomach ulcer.
God, Tommy.
Shout out to my mom for cooking that up, though. Good times, man. Being on AVAX those were my favorite times in the last cycle. It's when on-chain was just, there was so much going on everywhere.
Pepe is broken out, man.
I picture Tommy working in the steel mills. I'm flattered, but I am definitely not a blue collar work type of guy. I respect
My
those
stream
people.
keeps rugging, dude. This is terrible.
Oh, so it is Max's Wi-Fi, not
Me.
Tom. Okay.
No, it's me.
A lot of people speculated that it was me. How do you feel now?
Oh, there he goes.
We lost him.
Oh man. Let's see if we can get him back.
Tucker, can you pull up Fartcoin?
I can.
Because I bring it up. I really think this is a stupid coin, but you always have to play devil's advocate to your own bias. A lot of really smart people, and I watched the bid on this thing. A lot of very smart people think that this thing is going to be the meme of the cycle. I think it will be Pepe personally, but I do think that Fartcoin can potentially do really well here over the course of the next quarter. And this structure looks like what you would want to see from an asset that has already been, obviously up only, but could also enter a parabola here.
Yeah, this chart looks pretty ridiculous. Meme of the cycle, huh? Let's see.
I think they say that because, you talk to normies who don't have any real familiarity with crypto, and they're only talking about a few coins. Fartcoin is one of them. I think it kind of like crosses that absurdity off the list, that when people think about crypto now, they're like, yeah, crypto is ridiculous. Well, it makes sense that you have Fartcoin ripping.
Based Fartcoin.
Look at this, 284. 277 is the 2618 on Fartcoin.
I thought about buying this one, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it, which is probably bullish.
Mm-hmm.
No, my screen just froze.
No, you're good. Wait, oh yeah, it did. You're good now. Oh man. Lex Grossman arc, huh, Tommy?
Yeah, you like it?
I do.
I think I'm going to keep it until I think the market's topped, and then I'm just going to come up with something really creative.
Based
Honestly,
Fartcoin, guys.
Are you on your phone now, Max?
Yeah, my computer is destroyed, man. It's shot. Not a single ounce of Wi-Fi on that computer.
Not a single ounce. Oh man, Tommy, who is Matthew McConaughey's character?
He's the agent.
I know. I don't remember his name either.
Hold on, I'm gonna get his. Rick the Pecker Peck, agent of Tug Speedman.
Tug Speedman. Oh, that's crazy.
I've been getting so many Tropic Thunder things on my algorithm lately, and I can't even complain. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Tug Speedman would be an absolutely top tier like alt account for X.
Tug
Or
Speed.
Kirk Lazarus. Are there any other things y'all want to take a look at here during the stream today?
What was I gonna say? Well, let me just look at this real quick. That's fine. Let's look at this. We haven't looked at stocks at all.
I have some thoughts on equities.
I bet you do.
I always do.
Oh,
That's
S&P
bullish.
You guys know
good
that
to me.
meme of the girls like whispering to each other, talking about the dude
Yeah.
over in the corner. He listens to Chem Carson.
No,
What does Jam think here?
I mean, he was just basically saying that if the Fed is just going to sit back and let the market kind of work itself out, by the time they intervene, it'll probably already be too late. And at some point in Q2 or Q3, you're going to have a big decline. If the Fed is proactive and, trying to like very openly, kind of stimulate the market without actually doing it or just explicitly doing it, you have the potential for a blow off top, a highly volatile blow off top into Q3, Q4. So we'll watch the Fed.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. I'd like to see QQQ above 530, but
I don't have huge upside expectations for the S&P.
no,
But
I don't.
I'd like to see that become, distributive into risk. Because we've talked about this before. Typically Bitcoin, at least like a more traditional Bitcoin and crypto cycle, what you're usually going to see is that obviously the less risky stuff is going to top first and then eventually find its way down into crypto.
Yeah.
We need IWM to start moving, boys.
Yeah, we do.
Because
What is
crypto
that?
usually, like, we don't usually get alt season until we really see IWM rip. It's never perfect, but I think it would certainly help.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can just get, bull chop out of the S&P and QQQ and IWM actually start, flipping this high. That's really what we need to see. Because you did kind of get this,
How does Tesla look today?
Fantastic.
I like this one. I think Tesla goes to $600 in the next like 3 or 4 months. Pretty big move out of a stock, but I was looking at the call options for it are the IVs are already pretty juiced, so you can't really there's not really an asymmetric trade at this point left in it. But one of the things that Chem continues to say, and I've heard other volatility guys speak on, like Chris Sidiall, who I really like, by the way. They keep talking about how the volatility for long dated calls is just stupid cheap. It's so cheap, which kind of means like you're probably not going to get a super serious decline, like bear market on equities until you see a little bit more aggressive pricing on those calls, which means like people will be aping. But I think that's a ways away.
Yeah, I think Tesla looks great here, though. I think it was yesterday, I was like, Tommy would totally see this as a shoulder right here, potentially.
No, I have a bullish fractal on Tesla actually at the moment. It looks like Nvidia did a few months ago.
Show us your object tree, Tommy.
Yes.
Let me find it. I don't have Tesla on my watch list, but
very few out there understand the significance of Tommy's object tree on any given ticker.
Yep.
I'm just going to pull up Tesla because I'm not sure what errant fractals or drawings I have on any other chart. Happy accidents, I like to call them.
Happy accidents.
Let me, I don't have anything. Okay, there we go. Let's look at Tesla. This is kind of the reason I think it's going to go to 600, 700 bucks. It more or less, I mean, it's not really like an overly complex idea. It's just that Tesla's basically right here. So just kind of playing out its next high time frame range. I guess, you know, this looks different, obviously, than this, but not. I think there's some similarities there. I don't know. I think Tesla will be comments. I think Tesla will be one of the better performers in equities. And even if you get, like, I'm not that bullish on Nvidia here personally. I was kind of going back and forth a few weeks ago on whether or not I thought it was distributive or about to enter some sort of like obscene blow off. But I think now I've kind of settled on Nvidia looks a bit more distributive, but I think you can counterbalance that with strength from something like Tesla. And I've been kind of thinking to myself, like, what do I even think is the next, like, what's the next tech narrative? I feel like Jensen might have hinted at it a little bit a few weeks ago with robotics, but truthfully, I have no idea how to invest in that from like a large cap tech equity standpoint. You know, you're asking me to pick the next Nvidia, but for robotics, what would I even pick? I know Tesla has robo-taxis. I'm sure some other large cap tech companies are going to try to get involved in the market, but I'm sure there's probably also a sleeper out there somewhere that could be worth a punt.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on Tesla. Could be the, you know, market leader. Hold QQQ up while Nvidia hangs out for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that just looks damn good. When Tesla is trending, there are very few stocks that are cleaner to play. This is like the retail large cap. Respected the trend. Double bottom. Oh, hey, where have I seen this price action before, guys? Wow. The double bottom. Just like our large cap altcoins. We love to see it.
Yeah. It does look like Sol a little bit.
Yeah. But I think with that, that's probably a good spot to wrap up the show. I'm going to be sharing a different screen for you guys now. But we appreciate you guys, as always, for being here. Am I still sharing the screen? Hold up. There we go. Cool. All right, guys. If you enjoyed the show today and you are interested in potentially joining the family, maybe you liked something that you heard, maybe there was something that you want to learn more about, you know, maybe a technique, something that an analyst used in their analysis today. Well, we have a few opportunities for you to be able to officially join the BB family, guys. The first of which being the BB terminal, which will become your go-to tool for this cycle. Whether or not you are an active trader trading lower time frames, open interest data, leverage, etc., we've got the tool for you. We've got the ability for you to be able to navigate these markets in a way that will allow you to outperform in those areas. And of course, whether or not you are a long-term investor, you've got a very you know, long distance focused mindset, obviously, in crypto and investing in general. This is a great thing to have. Investors typically win out over the long term. Well, we've got the tools and the data for you to be able to make the best possible decisions, educated decisions, data-driven decisions, to be able to support your portfolio. And of course, whether or not you are a degen, on-chain, you love meme coins, AI agents, etc., we will soon have the functionality built into the terminal for you as well, to be able to outperform the market. So make sure to check out the BB terminal, guys. As we always say, the prices of our products go up as the prices of the market do as well. So check out the BB terminal. Now, we were nice enough though to package it together with our Discord, guys. A reminder that we give 4 to 5 hours, sometimes even more than that, to be honest, of live daily calls where we talk to you guys just kind of about what we're seeing in the markets, our intimate thoughts, and often even our positioning as well. So, I mean, really, these products are invaluable, guys, and they're only going to get more expensive as time goes on. So I can't recommend enough. You should probably pounce on these if you can afford it and you like us. We have a lot of great testimonials as well. But of course, if you are interested in honing your educational base or even reaching trading level trading level of mastery, we have the tool for you as well, guys, and that is the BB Academy. Come learn from the entire team. Obviously, we have very different styles in how we approach the market and ultimately how we analyze things. So make sure to check that out as well. Maybe the market has had a bit too much volatility for you, right? Maybe the downside volatility is too much to stomach. Maybe it's difficult for you to pick winners. And so maybe you'd prefer the team to manage some or all of your capital for you. We have a solution for you guys as well, and that is BB Wealth Management. We are an SEC registered hedge fund, and we operate in digital assets in a way that looks to capture their asymmetric history for upside returns while also balancing the downside risks posed in any financial market. So if anything that I've just said over the last 2 minutes resonated with you guys, check it out in the description below. Learn more about the team. Reach out to us if you have any questions, and we'll do our best to answer them as quickly as possible. If you enjoyed Market Check today, fear not, we will be back on Monday for another episode, bright and early. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is typically when we get started, but we also have Market Talk hosted by the legendary King Wabi through the Because Bitcoin X account. So make sure to stay following and subscribe to both BB as well as King Wabi so you can be notified not just when he schedules those spaces, but also when he goes live. A reminder, guys, he is live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So he will be live this afternoon. But that's it from us, guys. We hope that you enjoyed the stream. We will be back on Monday, like I said, to our premium Discord subs. We will see you this afternoon. But yeah, until then, guys, have a great weekend. Thank you again, as always. And of course, stay safe.